Laduma is a unique voice in fashion. He's won the Society of Dyers and Colorists Design Award in London, been exhibited by trained forecaster Lee Edelcourt in Milan, and now it was Berlin's turn.
Tell me about this amazing range. This looks very cool.
It's my 2014 and 15 winter collection. The collection is called Buelembo, which means celebrating the nostalgic moment that we used to have back then in the Xhosa community, and actually trying to imagine how MaXhosa would actually dress today.
Spotted at the Design in Joburg, he earned himself an invite to speak at a design conference in Amsterdam. Orders were coming in before he had even finished speaking.
Some of the pieces that I actually develop are capes, which is for women. Some of the techniques that I actually use in a beadwork are actually cultural aesthetics, like Agoya patterns, which sort of glow in the dark. And I also make skirts and actually fuse some of those patterns here and play around with the standard colors that I have in my collection.
Now, when you're doing something that's so traditional, do you tend to throw out the current trends? How do you incorporate them in this?
Some of the trends which I look at, like for instance, a puffer jacket is something that is being worn by men out there, you know. So I took my fabric and actually applied it on a puffer jacket, and it's one of the collections that sells the most.
Laduma went on to win Best Premium Menswear Brand 2014 and the Young Designers Award for Menswear at Berlin's Premium International Fashion Trade Exhibition.
What do you think of Laduma's shows?
I love the combination, the African fabrics, the soul of Africa coming out, and the mixture of that fabric, but really from the heart and not superficial, and really following the trends, and I really loved seeing that.
As African people, print and color are the biggest things, whether we're painting it on our faces or we're knitting something. And I feel like Laduma as well complements my style a lot. The fact that it's called MaXhosa and I am a Xhosa man. It speaks to my culture, it speaks to my heritage. And for a long time I found that the ramps of South Africa and of Milan or Paris or New York or London or Japan, they never reflected my culture. And I'm very thankful and happy that someone from Port Elizabeth has taken all these things and threaded them together and made something that we can be proud of, not only in the Eastern Cape, but throughout the world.
The market is clearly ready for these modern yet traditional patterns.
So how was the response after the show last night?
It was great, and I think because I brought like a sort of a unique aesthetic, which is South African Xhosa that they've never seen before here in Berlin.
Yeah.
Everyone that saw it thought that it's something that they would wear.
Yeah.
And today I came over to Premium to actually give them an opportunity to come and feel and touch my work.
Yeah.
And also fit as well. And also buyers will come around and actually come and ask me questions, because the Germans, they ask a lot of questions.
What would you fit on me as a stylist?
This jacket should be nice on you.
Yeah. It's actually really nice, and it's a really cool feel.
Yeah, I use South African wool and mohair, which is premium product. People love the feel.
Yeah. I'm going to see you. I'm taking this with me. I'll see you later. Thanks, dude.
We traced his art back to skills he learned as a boy here in Port Elizabeth.
It was not too long ago when I met Laduma at Berlin Fashion Week. And like every thriving creative, the inspiration often comes from home. And for Laduma, it's right here in the heart of the Eastern Cape. And I'm really excited to see how this thriving designer can light up catwalks all over the world.
He grew up here as the second of 4 children to single mother Laduma Ngxokolo. Her design talent was to be his greatest heritage.
Laduma, how are you, my brother?
Fine, thanks, man. And you?
Good to see you. You know, I used to see my mom work on these all the time, so, you know, I want to see how it works.
This is the machine that I got to learn from my mother how to use it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my mother passed away a year after she taught me how to hand machine knit, but she left me a manual, so I was able to actually learn from it. And actually, every time when I come back from school, I used to do scarves and beanies, which I sold to my friends, so I got the experience to actually operate it. I also had a mentor who actually guided me through the process, Retha Gilomi, who was a prominent knitwear designer in the 70s.
His sister, Tina, works with him on sales, whilst Lihle and his brother Mangaliso each assist part-time on admin and marketing.
Hey guys.
Hello.
I want to find out, what was it like growing up with Laduma?
He's always been a quiet boy. But what I can say about him is always loved knitwear. He's never had pajamas. His pajamas are his knitwear. He sleeps in his knitwear. I remember the first machine our mom bought us because we were wanting a TV. Because we didn't have a TV in the house. We were the only house that did not have a TV. But the whole idea changed when Laduma and her got into the second-hand shop. My mom saw a knitting machine, second-hand knitting machine. So she was like, okay, we are getting that. So she was a bit disappointed, but he was the first one to help her assemble the knitting machine. And from that day, he's never stopped. He was about 15 years old then.
You speak about your mother a lot. I can imagine if she saw the four of you right now, how proud do you think she would be?
Extremely proud.
She'll be extremely proud. She's the type of person that she always used to say family comes first, and she always wanted us to work together.
I sort of feel like I'm living her dream in a way because she was a knitwear designer as well in the 80s. She always loved Cape Town when she traveled there. It just happened that I live in Cape Town now, and she loved Paris and French as well. So I've been to Paris to showcase my collection and dedicated the collection I showed in Paris to her because I felt that she has left me a commodity that is more valuable than material things in the world. So I definitely think that she would have been extremely overwhelmed.
It was time to do the MaXhosa catwalk.
I'm ready, but you're not. If you're gonna be walking around in my neighborhood, you need to look the part.
Okay, we'll have to put it on. Here we go. Done. Hey, I got my swagger back.
Just back from a trade show in New York, Laduma has diversified into socks, rugs and a new bead collection with his sister, handmade by women from communities in need of opportunity. The brand is growing globally, but staying grounded in the Eastern Cape.
Beadwork forms a big inspiration part of my knitwear. So I felt that it was very important that I come and show you the whole process of beadwork. This is some of the beadwork I actually look out for inspiration, like the pattern and it just happens that the structure of the beadwork does match the knitwear type of structure because it's a pixel dimension structure, which is easy to interpret into knitwear because they sort of like have the same kind of aesthetics.
The young entrepreneur has become a champion of the local Angora farming industry, which supplies no less than 60% of the world's mohair.
This is where all my knitwear comes from. It's the fine Angora mohair. This is a baby Angora goat.
Laduma, this is just a humble little farm animal, but what makes this hair so desirable for MaXhosa?
Some of the reasons why I use mohair on my knitwear is because it has a lot of properties which are an advantage to use them as textiles. Like for instance, it's the durability lasts longer, and also the color. When I dye the mohair, the color actually shines brighter than any of the other fibers.
Angora goats hail from Turkey, but it's South African farmers who've made the most of their fleece.
So as a bit of a trader for all the great mohair that Laduma gets, he gets to come back and feed all the young ones. Oh yes, and ladies, eat your heart out.
Kid mohair is first shorn when the goats are 6 months old. It's washed, combed, spun into yarn and makes the warmest blankets, like those produced by Daniel Stucken's firm, featuring a small collection designed by Laduma.
Why is mohair so sought after?
It's known as the diamond fiber, and mohair has just got incredible natural qualities, which is primarily the shine or the luster in it. It's beautifully soft, and that is the reason why we choose to use mohair as a speciality and want to be the best in the world at mohair.
Daniel, I know that mohair is all about the quality and it's all about the durability of it, but I'm a texture man, and this looks good enough to swim in. Do you mind if we take a dive?
Absolutely. There's no other way to feel it but just to take a bath.
In a serious industry that's lasted over 170 years, this is how you let your hair down.
Yeah!
As you can see, it's almost like walking on a cloud here. Almost disappeared right into it. That's how beautiful and soft all this natural fiber is. I wish they could make my bed like this. I'm going back.